So I'm pretty sure all of you saw the new sunset buff by now. And personally, I think the buff is kind of insane. So I decided to make a video about how to counter it. To counter sunset, we first need to know how sunset works. Upon using sunset, your character will summon fire on their sword and start swinging. When the fire on the sword, also known as the startup, is summoned, everyone near you will be knocked back. If you manage to land every swing, including the startup, the move can do up to 76.9 damage. That's a lot of damage if you ask me. But now, it's time to answer the ultimate question. How do you counter this move? I'm gonna explain how to counter this move with every character, base moveset and ultimate moveset. Also, forgot to mention that the move can hit multiple people at once. It's also important to note that the move doesn't have iframes until the near end of it. This will be the key factor to countering the move. If you're using the strongest hero, then you can use the normal punch move to cancel sunset. It for some reason has a lot of range, despite being a melee move. The ultimate, as usual, is an instant win against sunset. Death counter, table flip, serious punch, and omnidirectional all have iframes capable of canceling sunset and even insta-killing. Next up, we have Hero Hunter. If you're using Guru base moveset, I'm sorry, but you're done for. Guru's base moveset only has melee moves, so there's no chance you can cancel sunset without getting caught in it. Not to mention Praise Peril does not counter sunset. However, if you're in ultimate mode, you can use Final Hunt to cancel sunset. None of the other ultimate moves will work, because they all require you to get close to land them. It's the same for Final Hunt, except Final Hunt has iframes, so it can't be cancelled. If you're using Destructive Cyborg, you have a lot of options. Your first option is to use Blitz Shot and snipe the sunset user. You'll have to be quick though, since sunset can travel very fast. Your second option is to fly into the air using Ignition Burst. This can be used to dodge sunset or cancel it, or even both. Jet Dive can be used to escape from the sunset user. It's more risky to try and use it to cancel sunset, so don't use it that way. Thunder Kick has iframes, so it can hit sunset without being caught in it. However, the variant that activates after you miss Thunder Kick does not have iframes, so if you miss it, there's a good chance you're done for. Speed Blitz Dropkick can be used to run away from sunset or cancel it. It has iframes, but it requires strict aim in order to cancel sunset. Flamewave Cannon has weak iframes that sunset can bypass, so if you miss when using it, you're done for. However, if you manage to land Flamewave Cannon, you'll be able to cancel the move and get free damage in. Incinerate has iframes, so it's easy to explain how this is gonna cancel sunset. Sonic can use Scatter to run away, except it's unlikely to work due to the fact that sunset got buffed range and travel speed, so sunset is probably faster than Scatter. Or you could try to use Explosion Shuriken to cancel it. As for the ultimate, you could use Twin Blade Rush or Straight On to run away from sunset. However, those moves can't cancel it since they require to get close to the sunset user, which is risky. Carnage and Fourfold Flash Strike can cancel sunset, since Fourfold Flash Strike has iframes and Carnage has a lot of range. If you're using Metal Bat base moveset, your only chance is the Foul Ball ranged variant. But even then, the Foul Ball variant has a long startup. So to say, it's simply, you're cooked. If you're in ultimate mode, your most logical solution would obviously be Death Blow, since it's built to counter moves. Strength Difference is also a decent option since it has iframes and an immediate startup. However, it has hitbox issues, so good luck on hitting that. If you're using Atomic Samurai base, your best choice is Quick Slice, since it's the only move that has a decent amount of range. If you're in ultimate mode, you can use Solar Cleave to easily cancel sunset, but sunset itself will not work since you don't have iframes as well. Atomic Slash could work since it has iframes, but the startup is too long, so it's unlikely to land. It still can help you dodge sunset entirely though. If you're using Wild Psychic, you have a lot of options in the base moveset. Your first option is to use Crashing Pull since it has some decent range. The second option is to use Whirlwind Fury and hope the sunset user runs into it. It'll cancel their move if they do. You could also use Stone Coffin, but it's risky since it requires strict timing to land on someone who travels so much distance in a short period of time. You could use explosive push in order to go into the air and dodge sunset. The explosion radius of the move is too small to cancel sunsets without being caught in it, especially since you need to be close to the sunset user to hit them. Using explosive push to dodge sunset is way less risky. None of the martial artist base moves have any chance of canceling sunset since they're all melee, unless maybe vanishing kick used twice. It has iframes, but I'm not sure if sunset can't bypass it. Rising fist requires you to be close to your enemy to land it, so you'll be caught in sunset trying to land this. Twin Fangs has iframes so it can cancel sunset easily. Not to mention it's a barrage move similar to Brutal Beatdown and has basically an immediate startup. Earth Splitter Fury is a ranged move with decent range, so it has a chance of canceling sunset. However, it has a startup, and I'm not sure if the startup has iframes or not, but it has insane range anyway, so it has a chance of canceling sunset. That's all. Bye.